My name is Ephraim Jacob Inyamudo. Uh, I am from Akwa State in Nigeria here. We had a workshop sponsored by the State Department, implemented by IREC, International Research and Exchange Board of the United States of America. This workshop, we started it on the 23rd and the 24th of March. It was awesome. Teachers were drawn from all over the states to this workshop. And the theme of the workshop was skill acquisition, application of creative imagination, with scientific principle to design, to create, to invent, things, in secondary school students. And so this workshop was very, very timely because we have discovered that Africa, that Nigeria is far behind the rest of the world technologically. And we depend solely on others for survival. And if you check out the discovery here in Nigeria and the rest of African countries, unemployment is on the rise, on the increase. Every day, see graduate coming out, graduating, no job, and this graduate don't even have the requisite skills needed, to be employed. Employable skill they don't have. And the result is we keep graduating people, whether from secondary school, from the universities, that have no skill, no employable skill, cannot be self-employed or even be employed of labor. This has been the case for a very long time now. And that has posed so much problem, one of which is massive alarming unemployment. Another one is high level of crime. Because when the youth don't have what to do, they take to crime. They take to kidnapping, for ransom. They take to raping, drug addiction, violence. You can name them. These are what we see over the years. And so this workshop was put forward, courtesy the US government, just to see how this could be checked, how we can reposition our education over here to meet up with what is obtained out there. And so the workshop was amazing. It was a kind of practical kind of workshop where I'm trying to train the teachers, to reorientate the teachers so that they will go back and train their children, their students, and inculcate in them the problem-solving skills. They inculcate also in them the attitude of thinking creatively, attitude of innovation, because this is what drives the economy, this is what drives the world. Innovation, invention, and that is what really is lacking in our society. So during the workshop, we did a lot of things. We allowed the teachers to design, a device that can help protect egg from breaking. You drop the egg from a distance in the device they designed, and to find out if the egg will break or not. A protective kind of device. I grouped them into small groups to collaborate and brainstorm and bring forth these devices. It was interesting that each group designed their own thing differently, and the whole thing said the same problem of protecting the egg. It was amazing. It was exciting. And I know that if this kind of teaching, creative teaching, is incorporated into our system, we will be better off tomorrow than we have ever been. And Africa will wake up from slumber to join the rest of the world. At least to help the student think creatively to solve problems which will in turn check this alarming unemployment, which will in turn, reduce the crime rate in the society, which will in turn cause this youth to collaborate, to work together as a team to achieve a common goal, which will in turn cause our society to have peace, the world to have peace. It is interesting to know that most of the crime committed this side of the world are done by the youth who have nothing to do. And so with this workshop in place, we know that the teachers will go back, teach the student, inculcate in them this quality of creative thinking, this quality of creative imagination, innovation, and invention. And I want to believe that with this in place, the society, our system will be a better place tomorrow. And so we brought in professors from Faculty of Education that are really gifted in creativity. We brought in people from, even our school system to teach. So we had so many teachers, people that came to teach, to facilitate. And it was amazing. We learned so much, we were refreshed, and all of those ones really add up to make the workshop, a wonderful one. Now, I have told them already that I will, evaluate them. I will go to schools from time to time to see the thing they have been able to create or help their students to create or guide their students to create from time to time, because this culture must be enshrined in our educational system. It is interesting to know that our curriculum was really exam-centered. It was not really to help the student, be creative. It wasn't. So you can see in a whole secondary school like this in the state, you see students graduating with no requisite skills or creative attitude, because the curriculum did not enshrine that. And during the workshop, I also brought in people from state secondary education board, from government, from the educational planners, the supervisors of schools, to also look at the right way we should go, and of course to effect a change in the curriculum so that these schools, these children might graduate, with skills that will help them tomorrow. When I went to United States during Fulbright, excellent program, I was sent to Reed High School to go teach with American teacher there. So I was there. I discovered that the way they teach there is not really the way we teach here. I discovered they are actually using, student-centered kind of method, whereas here we use teacher-centered kind of method of teaching. We do so much, we talk so much, and the children don't have much activities to do. But over there in US, I discovered students were using their hands to do something, to do all of those things. They were guided and they did a lot of good things. And I told myself, when I come back to Nigeria, I must incorporate that kind of learning in my student kind of teaching. And that was what actually gave birth to this skill acquisition, creative imagination, application of scientific principle to create things. Now, during the workshop, I showed them the videos of what my student created. I showed them those things being made, and it was so interesting, because these children, if well guided, can actually, think creatively, bring all manner of innovation to bear in our society, and the system will be a better place. It is interesting to know that even our government really is not interested, in creativity. Otherwise, they would have put things in place, in schools to make sure this is done. But on my own part, I will do everything possible to make sure teachers in the state, in Niger Delta region, in Nigeria as a whole, will imbibe the culture of creativity and will instill in their student this culture, because this is the right thing, the right way to go. I will go online. Yes, I will go online. I will train teachers online. I will train them in person. I will mentor them to make sure this culture take roots in Nigeria, because this is the better way to go. Because if we must stand on our 2 feet, this is the area we should go to. If we must become, at least be producing, if we must join the rest of the world to supply the things to solve the world problem, this is the area to go. If we must bring peace into this world, or join the rest of us to bring peace, this is where to go. If we must give the good education to our children, this is the way to go. And so on my own part, I will make sure I enshrine this culture of creativity in our teachers and in our students, as much as I can. It was wonderful during the workshop. Teachers talked to me. Some of them said that they will invite me to their school to also talk to other teachers, in their school. I promised to go, and I will go. I will do that. I will go to their schools, talk to teachers everywhere, even as they have requested, because this is the right way to go. The teachers appreciated the workshop. They were so happy. They were so glad that such a workshop, first of its kind, has come to stay in the state. Now, I want to say a big thank you for US government for training me, for spending so much, for getting me out there to see what is going on, for making me a better teacher, for making me a better instructor, educator. I'm so happy. And I'm so happy for them giving me opportunity to teach in Reed High School, Nevada, USA. I was so happy, so glad. So I'm so happy for what the US government is doing in Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom State, and around the world to reposition education globally. I thank IREC for the funding of this project. This project wouldn't have been possible without them. So I thank IREC so very much. I thank State Department. I thank US Embassy, Lagos, for always standing by us to make sure a project like this come into being. And I trust God that we are going to have this kind of project again and again, over and over, to make sure this system is turned into what it should be, because the world has problems that must be solved creatively. And so I'm so happy that the US government took up this responsibility, took up this responsibility to help us do this project, and for standing by us, and for the concern for the rest of the world, giving education to the rest of the world. And it is so beautiful that they do this. And I believe that the Almighty God will bless US, will bless US government, because for them to be thinking for others, how others could come on stage, I think it is a nice thing. It's the best thing for this world. I'm so happy, and I'm so happy. And I know I will still have opportunity to go out, look at what is going on there. Then I bring the same back to my people here, because my people have got to change, and the teachers have got to change. The way they teach here, this is very true. They have to change. And with what I have learned, with what I learned there, and what we have done so far, I trust God that something serious is going to happen for our good. I also thank the Toro Foundation for one of the leading foundations in Nigeria, for also collaborating with me for the project or for the workshop to be done. They really stood by me, in the selection of teachers and all of that, to make sure the workshop can, be became successful. I just appreciate them too. And all my friends and the people and the government for all the support, everything they have done to make sure the workshop came to pass. I believe God that this kind of workshop will continue again and again and again. And I say thank you so very much. Thank you, US government. Thank you, IREC. Thank you, everybody out there that is working to make us a better people, to make us have better education, better environment, better problem solving technique. We are so happy and grateful. And I say, may God bless everyone. May God bless everyone. May God bless US in Jesus' name. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.